y'all. Welcome back to another round. Today, we got a special guest in the building. The face behind, NewJerseyBullz, known for breeding some of the highest quality bully dogs in the game. We're going to talk about the journey, his empire, the business behind it all, and of course, we got the mystery box waiting for him at the end. So, go ahead and introduce yourself, my brother.
Joel Diaz, the founder and CEO of NewJerseyBullz.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So look, as some of y'all may know or not know, we go through categories, and he's just gonna answer a couple questions. So we're gonna get right into it. So first category will be story and business start. Right, as y'all see right here on the screen. All right. So first question is, what inspired you to start NewJerseyBullz?
I would say that what inspired me to start NewJerseyBullz was first the love that I had for dogs. I always had dogs when I, growing up and stuff like that. I always had two to three dogs growing up. Mm-hmm. And then I fell in love with the American Bully breed when I bought my first dog, Prince, back in 2018. Mm-hmm. I bought Prince, and I seen his father, big ass head, big bone, big dog. Oh, a real wow, what kind of dog is this? Something I never seen before. And when I fell in love with the breed, I was just like, I might as well, get into
it. So basically, obviously, that's how you started off. What were some of the biggest challenges, starting off? At least just give me one.
Yeah. The challenges that I had starting off was that two of the females that I first got couldn't get pregnant. Yeah, so that was a big task
hit.
For sure.
So basically, with that happening, right, starting off and everything like that, and then being females and things like that, what was your mentality in the next step? Were you trying to find? Were you I'm done, doing the female thing, or I'm gonna just stick to males?
Nah, yeah, exactly. Honestly, that I feel like every single time in any business or anything you're doing in life, once you a couple obstacles hit you and stuff like that, you're your first instinct is I want to give up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So when that first happened and stuff like that, I definitely felt that way, and then I just kept breeding them. I did it again, it didn't take, and then I did it again the following time, a year and a half later, because you have to wait 6 to 8 months every single time, and they both took at the same time, which is me. It took me to get pregnant.
Yeah.
And and then once they got pregnant, one female had 7 puppies and the other one had 8, and then
after that you just got comfortable with it. So category number 2 is dog and knowledge, right? What's the hardest part about breeding dogs that most people don't understand? Because there's a lot of people that don't really know. They see it, it's all about the money, but what is it's a lot of work.
Exactly.
What is the biggest?
Like you said, the amount of work that goes into it. People don't understand. We have to wear so many hats.
Yeah.
1 minute I'm a photographer, videographer. Yeah. The next minute I'm doing, I'm picking up shit in the backyard. Mm-hmm. The next minute we have to, the dogs need to be groomed. They need their nails done. They need their teeth brushed. They need to make sure they're bathed and stuff like that.
Okay.
You're wearing so many different hats. Then you're on the phone in the next hour with customers, answering phone calls, answering this, and then you're dealing with window shoppers. There's people just hitting you up.
I like this dog.
Exactly, and then they never move forward to purchase the dog. You know, so you're wearing so many different hats. You have so many jobs within one job. You know.
So now if you be trying to become a dog breeder, you're not just a dog breeder, you everything. So how do you decide which dog to breed together?
Okay, so that's a really good question. Honestly, it's about how they I would say I decide on what dogs go together by how they complement one another. Mm-hmm. Some dogs have a big ass head. Some dogs they're more clean. What we say, mm-hmm. They have straight feet, no east west. They don't have they have a clean top line. They don't have no high rear. They don't lack rear. They have a nice rear. The rear is as wide as the front, or very similar.
Okay.
So mainly complementing the dogs. If you don't want to take two dogs together that have both a really big ass head, but then they're lacking everything else. You want two dogs that kind of make sense, like they'll be able to produce some fire ass puppies for sure.
So, what makes a top tier bully, in your opinion? Like, what makes it like? Because obviously you got to go through like it basically like. You building them? Is it like you building them in the lab, basically?
Pretty much, yeah.
Right, you know what I'm saying? It's basically you building them in the lab.
Yeah.
What makes a top tier bully, though? Like, in your opinion, like
I would say having the wow factor. If I look at a dog and I'm like, damn, that's a really nice dog. Like, you have to have that. I think, and that overall, what's going to create a wow factor dog, to me, in my opinion, it being large, big bone, big head, something like almost intimidating looking. I want the dog to intimidate me, but be the most friendly dog that there could be, for sure.
Okay. So is it difficult to bring a high quality dog from other countries into the U.S. like how you got one right here?
I would definitely say so. It costs obviously a lot of money. As far as the shipping goes, and then as well as the dogs are a good amount of money as well. We imported Flor, which is Rio's mom. From Brazil back in August of last year. And we imported Flor from Brazil back in August of last year. Rio came off of her because she got shipped over pregnant. But yeah, to answer your question, it's a good amount of money, and then as well as it's a lot of trust. You got to send money to someone that you don't know all the way in Brazil, or if you're buying a dog from Spain, it depends on where you're getting these dogs from. But you want to make sure you're working with good reputable breeders. That way you get your dog. You don't want to get scammed,
right?
Especially for that kind of money, for sure.
So now, the other category is pricing and marketing. What's the typical starting price? Like, just give a range of a dog like this.
So our dogs typically start around $4,000. Now our Brazilian bulls, they typically start around $8,000.
Okay. So, what's the most expensive dog you've ever invested and produced? Is it this one right here?
I would definitely say, obviously we kept Rio, but I would definitely say if we was to sell Rio, it definitely would have been a good amount. It would have been a good amount of money for sure. But as far as invested, I would definitely say Flor. Flor was the biggest investment by far. I don't want to put no numbers out there on how much we paid for Flor, but down below in the comments, if you guys want to guess on how much Flor costs, you can let me know.
That's too much in the bag. So, kind of like staying in a situation or staying in a conversation with the Brazilian dog, is it true that it's ready to give puppies?
Yeah. So we got a big announcement here on the Another Round podcast.
Yes, sir.
Flor has been confirmed with at least 6 puppies with our other import, Million. And we're really, really excited. We're gonna have puppies here early May. So
as y'all know,
check out for that.
Get y'all bag ready, because a lot of people don't got that bag to pay that. So what goes into pricing a dog at that level? Like, what do you base it off of?
So obviously everything that goes into it, this is a business at the end of the day. We're putting X amount of dollars on buying Flor, bringing Million over here, everything that goes into it, the C-section, the cost of breeding, reproduction-wise. There's a bunch of stuff that goes into it, taking care of the dogs, taking care of the puppies, making sure the mom is fed right. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it that will determine on how much one of these puppies will cost.
So do you go by like the calculation of just like, all right, so
like I said, the Brazilian dogs, it's really, really hot right now. There's not that many here in the States, so they're number one, they're super duper rare. That's driving their price up, and they're in high demand. A head like this, muscle. This is he just turned 5 months old. A dog like this is 101, so I would definitely say that's what's gonna determine the price, the rarity, and then also the breeder you get it from. How reputable are they? Do they do do they do right by people? Do they do good business?
And that's what we're gonna get into the next topic. You know what I'm saying? He hit it right on the button. You know what I'm saying? So the next topic is going to be celebrities and athletes, right? So, as some of y'all may know, if y'all didn't look at his page, he got the big money man, Micah Parsons, right?
For sure.
So as I also seen, what are the other guys like? What like Saquon Barkley's brother?
Yeah, so we worked with a lot of NFL guys. In particular, we worked with Saquon, Ali Barkley, Saquon Barkley's little brother. We sold dogs to NFL players like Damian Lewis, Jordan Birch, Chris Barnes. There's a bunch of college athletes. Shout out to my boy D.D. Sheffield. He played for University of Rutgers. He's going to be getting drafted sometime this year. So a bunch of like college athletes, NFL athletes. It's super duper cool.
And I normally see like that's like a trend. Like when it comes like to like athletes and stuff like that, these are the dogs that they be looking for. So out of all of them, all of the athletes and this, that, and the third, who was the best experience?
Oh yeah, by far it was definitely Micah Parsons.
Okay.
Micah Parsons was I want to say like as far as like selling dogs to athletes for us or celebrities, I would definitely say that boosted up our page a good amount.
Okay.
He was he messaged us on Instagram, crazy enough, and right in the DM, like me
Straight
and you DM'd,
Straight up.
And then he reached out, wanted to get one of the puppies, and from there he flew us out to Dallas, where he was currently in Dallas when he played for the Cowboys. And it was a crazy, surreal experience. We were sitting there having lunch with him, dinner with him, went to church with him. It was an all-day experience with him. It was really
tough.
cool. We got to see how he lives, how he moves, and, crazy, insane.
So what was the biggest DM you ever received? Was it that one?
Yeah, I would definitely say so up until this point. We had a bunch of celebrities like Bob Marley's sons reached out to get us to get dogs. My boy Darius Slay, he plays for the Philadelphia Eagles. There's been so many people that reached out to us athlete-wise, which I was an athlete growing up myself. So I feel like them reaching out to me, baseball guys, NBA guys, football guys, I feel like that's like the biggest things for me.
So now y'all guys know, if y'all gonna go buy a dog from NewJerseyBullz, it come with an experience. So the next category is first time buyer, right? So what's one piece of advice you'll give to someone buying their first bully from you?
Okay. I would say if they're buying a dog from us, they're number one, they're dealing with me. They're dealing with one hell of a person. I'm gonna be standing by you and your dog the whole way. Any information you need when it comes to the time of breeding, when it comes to any allergies that the dog may have, any problems that may occur, you give me a phone call, I'm available 24/7. You give me a call at 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm gonna answer. So you're gonna have a really good experience with me for sure. That's why you gotta purchase a dog from NewJerseyBullz.
And you get the best experience. There ain't really gonna be too many people that is gonna do like, oh, I'll buy a dog, and then that owner of like the previous owner, like the breeder, is gonna be like, oh, you can call me at 4 or 5 in the morning to give me advice of help. We ain't gonna get that nowhere. So,
definitely.
What mistakes should new buyers like avoid? Like, as in like, oh, I just bought them and then we're just gonna throw them in the car and then boom. Should they come prepared like when they buy like a dog?
Oh yeah, no, of course. You're definitely gonna want to have a cage for the dog to go into, or like a playpen. I would recommend like a playpen area with kind of like a dog litter box, a big dog litter box. That's how we train our puppies. It really depends on the breeder you're working with. They'll set you up right, but you definitely want to be prepared. Toys, dog food on hand. Breeder should be giving you a good big thing of dog food regardless.
Okay.
So you definitely should be prepared. But the breeder, I feel like most breeders should be, taking care of the customers, especially when they're spending thousands upon thousands of dollars for a dog. You definitely should be spending at least $100 to let them go home with stuff, for sure.
So now the next category is personal connection. It's gonna get a little spicy here, a little personal. If you could keep only one dog from all the litters forever, which one would it be and why?
So I would definitely say it's so hard, but I would definitely say it would be this dog, Twix.
Okay,
There's a reason why he's the logo.
The big dog.
I would definitely say that, when I first started, Twix was my dream dog.
Okay.
As far as like I wanted a big ass Merle, got the blue eyes, got the color, got the whole package, got the wow factor that I was talking about. I wanted to say that if I had to keep one dog out of all the litters I ever had, which there's been quite a few litters, I would definitely say Twix. I would definitely keep Twix.
Twix Twix. As long as you know, you here forever, my boy.
For sure.
So now we're gonna get into crazy questions and like a little fun segment. So I hope you're ready for this one.
Yeah.
What's something people ask for that makes you go, nah, that's why, like, damn, hell no, like a DM, like, what the fuck?
People crazy. Like, we get this from kids a lot on TikTok, but even some people that are like, adults, I feel like whether they want a dog for free.
Oh, city wild.
Or like they want a dog on it's like a super discount or like a family discount.
See,
like,
you
don't understand, like, we do this full time with our dogs. It's a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of care. We're at this 24/7, no vacations, a lot of sacrifice behind this. So for you to kind of like, ask for a huge discount or for you to, want a dog for free kind of thing, it's kind of like a shot at us.
And that's the biggest thing when you got a business, that's like the biggest thing. They want something for free, or like, especially like, no offense, but like these celebrities and people like that, they be wanting like,
nah, for sure. We
understand you a celebrity, but like, damn,
yeah, of course,
we gotta eat. You know what I'm saying?
We had a ton of that. I'm not gonna put nobody's names out there and stuff like that. The ones that done that,
leave it in the comments who you think it is.
For sure. But there's a bunch of like celebrities that reached out, and they want like a puppy for a shout out, or a puppy for this, or a puppy for that.
Right.
But like the thing is, at the end of the day, like, to be fair, and not to make everything seem like it's all about money, but we're gonna get the money for these dogs regardless. Humbly, we're pulling a lot of views, into the millions of views every single month. So like the reality of it is, people are gonna buy the dogs, whether I work with you or not. To be fair, like I would love to work with you, but I want you to respect me just as much as I respect you. I have no problem giving you a discount, especially if you have like a bigger name and stuff like that. For sure. But the reality of it is, like, I don't want your first impression. Like, you're not gonna just hit me up off let me get a discount on that puppy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, you're not even like having a conversation. No, nothing. Now. Oh, and I love your dogs or anything.
At least start a conversation.
For sure.
Okay, so I got this question. I'm not gonna say who told me.
Oh, brother.
But somebody DM me to ask you this.
Yeah.
Would you ever give a dog away for free to LeBron James?
Would I ever give a dog away for free to LeBron James?
LeBron, the king.
Nah, for sure. LeBron, there's not that many people I would give a dog away for free before, but like a person like LeBron, for sure. Like growing up, that was like.
That's why somebody asked it.
That's like, if I'm a huge athlete fan in general, so if I was ever get an opportunity to deal with someone like LeBron James, like 100%.
Yeah.
Of course, he's not going to take Twix, Rio, Floor.
So LeBron, don't come for Twix and shit like that.
Yeah, don't come for like any of the dogs we own, but LeBron, a puppy for sure, I'll definitely bless him for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Because there's always like a celebrity that you.
Of course, you look out for.
Like, yeah, like for me, Lindor. I know you be dressing and shit, so you might get a couple shit for free from me in a little package.
For sure.
But all right, so this is the last category, business and empire talk. So, what's been? I don't know if you want to like. You can just say a range. I know people. Some people like pocket watching, like especially like people that that getting started in this business, this dog business. What's your biggest investment, like, off of one shot? Like, you can just say like double digits, triple digits.
Yeah, of course. Definitely into the 5 figures for sure. Well into the 5 figures.
Now y'all know.
But like, yeah, like it's gonna take. One thing about this business and any business, to be fair, like, our saying growing up, like, scare money don't make no money.
Scare money don't make
for sure. You gotta put the money out there to definitely make it. Like, you're not getting a dog like this for no few $1,000s. You gotta really, you pay to play, especially in this business for sure. You pay to play. You gotta have the dog, because once you got the dog, everything, the marketing, everything else is gonna be easy. You show a dog like this on Instagram, it's gonna pull thousands of views. Eventually, you're gonna be pulling millions of views
especially
of a dog like this.
Dog.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely.
So, in your opinion, who has the best dog in the game?
So obviously, I'm not going to be biased and stuff like that. Obviously, so I love my dogs. Of course, every breeder, rightly owned, you're definitely going to say that you got the best dogs. But if it's not my dogs, I would definitely say a guy I actually got really, really cool with recently, Antonio Soto, owns a guy out of KNO-Bullies, owns a dog named Fatso. Okay. Fatso's amazing. One-on-one dog, 28.5-inch head, a dog that me and you really never seen before, so definitely go check out my boy Antonio. He has a really, really nice dog for sure.
For sure. Shout him out. Shout to him. We'll show a picture here. Okay, this is a big question. Big question. Like, I hope y'all ready. If someone wanted to buy the whole empire of NewJerseyBullz
Oh man.
in the operation,
Oh man.
what's the number looking like at the table?
Oh yeah, you're probably, you gotta get into the six figures for sure. At least just with the no branding, just the dogs I feel like are worth into the six figures as far as like, you know, having that many dogs, and then as well as like the price tags that we purchased them for, and then what they would resell for. You know, definitely you're into the six figures. I don't know how deep, but you'll definitely get into there for sure.
For sure. And I think the most craziest thing is that, like, for a dog like this, for example, if they giving out puppies, like, you don't really know, like, is there a maximum of puppies they can have, or they can just, you never know?
Yeah, so like a stud, like for example, that's the reason why we kept Rio. So Rio is the first, to my knowledge, he's the first lilac tri-merle Brazilian bull here in the States. I think he's the first overall merle registered Brazilian bull here in the States, male-wise. So when he gets studded out, his stud fee is gonna be, you know, $4,000 or $5,000 at least starting out. So he's a male, just like me and you, we could have 100 kids, you know what I'm saying? So like he's able to go every other day. Like, so, but a female, you're only going to breed a girl like 2 to 3 times, you know. But Rio, he's going to be able to go every other day here in probably another 5 months.
What now? I'm just saying. Would NewJerseyBullz be available? Or like if they brought that?
Oh no, probably nowhere.
Because you never can say never. Because Dr. Dre sold Beats or whatever. He sold the whole joint.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I love you know what it is for me. It's like it would have to be it would have to be such a large amount of money to where it's like I know I'll be able to endeavor into like some other things and stuff
like
that.
Let's say like 50 million.
Oh yeah, of course. There's a price tag like that for sure. Yeah, that kind of money.
Like
yeah, but I love. You know what it is though too as well. What drives that price up, you know, the love you have for the dog.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? So it's so hard because like, you know, there's always that question, like, what would you sell your dog for? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's like, oh, I would never sell my dog. But then it's just like I've seen dogs sell into the 6 figures every single day. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, everyone has that number. Like
everybody got that number.
Everyone always says like, oh, I would never sell my dog until someone comes with a briefcase with like $1 million.
That's what I'm saying.
And then be like, oh, I don't want
right in front of your face, cash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, as we wrapping things up, what's next for NewJerseyBullz? Any big moves coming up? Shout out to all the dogs that you got, whatever you want to give, you know, just go ahead. What's next? What's the biggest joint?
For sure, I would definitely, like I said earlier, I would definitely say that Floor being pregnant with Million, I was super duper stoked. We actually confirmed that yesterday, here to announce that on the Another Round podcast. And, you know, like I would definitely say that that's going to be the next big move for us. We're going to be keeping a top pick female, possibly top pick male off of that breeding. And then from there, I want to say we have a bunch of stuff in store. We have Twix. He has 2 or 3 breedings about to drop probably within the next month and a half, 2 months outside of our program. But we're expecting some stuff back from that. So yeah, a bunch of puppies. If you're interested in getting a puppy from NewJerseyBullz, now's the time to reach out. Don't hold back, because you know after these couple litters and stuff like that, it might be a break for the rest of 2026.
Can they pre-order?
Definitely. That's recommended. So like Floor Millions puppies, 2 or 3 puppies are already sold out. So they're already taken.
Y'all better get on top of y'all game.
And that's not even counting our picks, you know. So you're already thinking about 4 to 5 puppies already reserved out of that breeding. Twix, same thing. Twix puppies, there's I think a puppy reserved already in each one of those litters. So yeah, like I would highly recommend people to pre-order their puppies.
Make sure y'all pre-order the dogs.
Place a deposit with us, contact me, you know, and then we'll go from there. We'll definitely get you right.
All right, so now it's the time everybody loves, everybody be waiting for, you know, the mystery box. So all right. So we're gonna start off nice and smooth. Put that right down. This the mystery box time. So this one stuff start getting heated up. All right, so we're gonna start off a little slow, right? So the first big buyer, I want to say big purchase, athlete-wise, was Micah, right?
Yeah.
So I say it will be tough to get like a little card collection of everybody. Like, let's say if they're an athlete. So we'll start it off with Michael Parsons, card right here.
That's tough,
Just to start it off.
For sure.
It can be, you feel me? I know it's a little base card, but
nah, for sure.
That's to put up on the wall because he was the first
buyer for sure.
Buyer or whatever. So we're gonna start off with that one. Now this one right here, this is a crazy one. It's a little vintage piece for everybody that don't know. If y'all knew, I do own a business. I resell vintage clothes, jerseys, whatever, etc. So this piece right here, yes, sir.
That's hot.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Brazil.
That's only right. We got a couple Brazilian
it's
bulls
only
here.
Right.
For sure. We got a couple Brazilian bulls here in the last couple months and stuff like that. So it's only right we got to get right.
It's only right if we get the Brazil, shirt. That's the only way we can do it. The only right way to do it was just to get a Brazilian vintage shirt. So now we're going to wrap things up. This is another round. You can shout out whatever you got to give the shout out. I kind of give this moment for you to do whatever you want for the supporters, whoever you want to shout out, whatever celebrity you hope that buys a dog from you,
for sure.
Whatever you want. This is your time to shine. When you're done, you just get up and we out of here.
For sure. First, I would definitely love to thank Angel for having me on the Another Round podcast. This is well overdue. We were supposed to do this months and months ago, so that's first and foremost. Second, I would definitely follow NewJerseyBullz on all of our platforms. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We're on NewJerseyBullz, spelled out on all of our platforms. Besides TikTok, it will be NJBullz with a Z. And then make sure you're following Another Round store, Another Round podcast. Follow everything with Another Round. I really, really appreciate him having me on. And yeah, man.